We get a lot of questions regarding pricing, but one we've heard a lot is how do you adjust when you're comparing a resale home versus new construction in a similar area? So in this video, let's walk through very quickly how to identify the differences so you can get your pricing right. So in this example, we're looking at a house that's about 3,300 square feet and is a resale home in a neighborhood that's totally finished, but is right next door to a new construction development that really is bringing a lot of new buyers, but also a lot of new competition into the area. Now, this is an actual example of a house we sold, so I can give you some really good insight on how this actually worked. Now, in this case, we're looking at this property, and we're thinking if everything else matched in our area and in our neighborhood, we're probably around the 380 to 385 range. Now, in this case, I can tell you right now, this house was a little bit below the line because it had only a 2-car garage, while a lot of the ones that are on the line had a 3-car garage. But we're still looking probably around that 380 to 375 range at the lowest. Now, if you just went ahead and took that and priced at 380, we probably would not have sold the house. Now, the reason for this is we need to look at the competition and make sure we account for differences. And this is where the question of how do we adjust for new construction versus resale really comes in. Now, to do this, what we ended up doing was looking at the broader area, not just our neighborhood, but the other competition, which brought that resale in, and looked at how that changed the market. When we did that, what we found is all the homes that were available for sale really fell into one of two categories, either new construction or the resale. And in almost every case, you'll find the resale is valued below the new construction in these scattergrams. Now, the reason for this is pretty simple. New construction, you get to choose your own finishes, choose your own house, and most people want to have that ability to choose. They also have the ability to be more flexible with terms, whether it be loan conditions or timing. And a lot of the other things that kind of fall into the benefits of a resale house, like not having to buy blinds or do landscaping or anything like that, can sometimes be washed over when you throw in all the incentives that the new construction can kind of use to win. So because of that, a lot of this value that gets kind of attached to a new construction home brings it up overall compared to resale. So you can see here we have two very distinct trend lines, one that's new construction and one that's resale. If I was to draw a circle, actually all of these homes up top are new construction homes and all the ones below were resale. So how does this affect us and how do we adjust for this? Well, in this case, at 3,300 square feet, we'd kind of be out here on the far end of this spectrum. But we're not going to be looking at the 380,000 that we originally thought from our neighborhood, because that would bring us right up here into all of the competition with new construction. And we're going to probably lose that battle. In this case, we can't adjust terms. We can't do a lot of things that new construction can. So if a buyer has to choose between our house and one of the other ones that's up here at 380, the new construction could just beat us. I mean, they can drop the price. They can do other things that we can't do. And so because of that, we kind of lose that fight. So we have to actually bring it down a little bit to match our trend line and adjust for that accordingly. So in this case, you can see that this trend line, if we kind of continue this blue one out to about here, we're not at the 380, we're probably closer to the 370. So that $10,000 drop is because of the competition. Now, if the new construction didn't exist, we probably would have seen this line be higher up because we didn't have that, taking some of the buying pattern from our buying power from our neighborhood, but we do have that. So how do you adjust for new construction? You look at the competition and you identify trends like this to make sure you're pricing against the right competition. In this case, we listed the house and sold at 370, just like the graph told us we should. And it was a really powerful moment because for us, if we had priced at 380, we probably would have been stuck there, not sold our house, and not be able to use that money to buy the next house we moved into. So remember, whenever in a unique situation, whether it be resale, new construction, or kind of other areas, maybe with some being fixed up or some in poor condition, always look to see if you can spot trends like this that really kind of show you where you sit in the market. And that's the easiest way to adjust and make sure you're right.